Welcome to Anchors of Truth, live from Sacramento, California. Doctrines that Divide with Doug Batchelor.
You know, there are about 34,000 different Christian denominations in the world. Now, I didn't say 34,000 religions. 34,000 different Christian denominations. Most of them sprang up since the Reformation about 500 years ago. And they continue to split and divide over, typically, doctrines. Doctrine is a very divisive thing. And I wish I could say that our church was immune to these things. Now, there's one philosophy that sometimes we approach these things. We say, look, we're Christians. Let's not disagree, and let's avoid talking about doctrine. But that's not really the answer, and I don't think that's the answer that Jesus wants either. The key is for us to find out what is truth. Now, I could have a lot of programs and talk about all the different things that these 34,000 churches agree on, but you know, that may not be very fruitful, because when Jesus comes back, he is coming back for a united people. The Bible tells us in the very near future, there's going to be a polarizing between Christian groups, professedly Christian groups. One is going to have the mark of the beast, and the other is going to have the seal of God. And you know what's going to divide them is doctrine. And so we need to understand what the Bible really said. Jesus said, I've not come to send peace but a sword. Now, I don't want to cause any more problems than the church already has, but I think we need to honestly look at these very important divisive doctrines today, because we need to know where we stand when Jesus comes back. And that's the reason we're having this unique series. Now, let me explain what we're doing. I am a Seventh-day Adventist Christian. I have not always been a Seventh-day Adventist Christian. I'd like to believe I first came to Christ, and I was a Christian. I was sincere and I was genuine, but I did not understand or believe or accept at that time the doctrines that the Seventh-day Adventists believe. Then over the course of 2 or 3 years in studying and being exposed to a broad spectrum of different beliefs, I settled down over 33 years ago and became a Seventh-day Adventist. And as time has gone by, I'm more convinced than ever that these teachings are the closest teachings to the teachings of Jesus in the Bible. And frankly, it grieves me that so many dear Christian people are confused about what some of these pivotal truths are. Now, I also want to say right at the beginning, I believe that there are millions of loving, sincere, Spirit-filled Christians in a broad spectrum of different denominations. But what we're going to be focusing on during this series is I am going to take some of the primary differences between Seventh-day Adventist Christians, and when I stand over here, I'm going to represent Pastor Doug. That'd be this side. So when I'm over here, I'm Pastor Doug. I'm a Seventh-day Adventist. When I come over here, I'm going to be a person we'll call Pastor Barney. Now, I was thinking of maybe Pastor Jim or Pastor Bob, and I thought, that's probably going to resemble too much of the living. And so I thought, I'll just pick Pastor Barney. And probably there's another Pastor Barney around the corner I didn't know about. And I don't want to offend anybody, but let's just call him Pastor Barney. He represents a conglomerate of mainline evangelical beliefs that are non-Adventist. And some of them don't agree with each other, and I know that. And when I stand here, I'm going to be representing a mediator. And so I'll be going back and forth and representing these different positions.